is cold. Twisting metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Modes of fury racing fast. Southern Fried Racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every lap a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Fried Racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Fried Racing breed. Southern Fried Racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Fried Racing breed.
And we're live. Welcome to Southern Fried Racing Hour. I'm Dave.
I'm Dean.
That's Dean. We have other guests in the house. Sorry for the slight delay that we had, but things we've rearranged, and it's the first time we've been in the studio since we've rearranged the studio, and it's been a rather interesting day. I did have a funeral to attend for my aunt. Prayers out to her children and grandchildren, especially, and siblings. My dad's sister. And so it's a very hard day, but it's good to be here. I've been looking forward to it all day. Again, we've got rearrangements going. We're still getting a few things situated, as we say. And then Dean had surgery. He came remote from last time.
Yes, I did.
I didn't know he was going to come through the door. So this is a shock to me. So that was a good kind of shock. I like that.
Where we raced here.
It's like, okay, where's Dean? And I hear a knock on the door. I'm like, okay, he's here. And we're looking forward to it.
We hit the green flag, so we got here.
Yeah, you got
No caution.
I felt like I was in a race today as we were doing the funeral procession, because it were people trying to race. A shout out to the officers today who did a great job, especially for the ones who tried to cut into the line, and actually did that twice. Same person. Bad day for them. They didn't get in trouble, but they were just about to be in a lot of trouble. So we did get her done, and now we're here with the Southern Fried Racing Hour. We've got Talladega to look at. James could be with us. He has to work. Me and James will be doing a sports show Friday night at 6. Because I still do baseball, Georgia football, NFL draft. We're going to talk a little bit of Georgia football, where the players went in the NFL draft, and we'll talk about some other sports items. That will be Friday night at 6 p.m. You're welcome to be a part of that, Dean, if you want.
Oh, really?
But that's why he's not here. So we've had to shift schedules due to family emergencies and different things. But we're here, and we're going to talk racing.
Let's do it.
It was a good race. Dean's probably got a page and a half or 2 pages of notes.
What whole page about?
One whole page. And again, don't forget that our show is brought to you by Patriot Mobile, and that promo code Cornbread. I finally got the business phone signed up on there yesterday, and I need to check today to see if it's working. It's great. So making sure that the promo code worked. It did, no problems. We've been trying to work on some things to get one of our lines transferred. We got that done, and so we're in there, and we make the switch today. It's an American company. They promote Jesus Christ, First and Second Amendment, America First values from the great state of Texas. And we just appreciate them so very much in the partnership we have. And to all those that have been purchasing from our store, Again, our business license is in. We're good there. We're setting up our Shopify because in June we hope to be have our own brands of coffee. You'll hear much more on that later. Thank you, Miss Jen. Appreciate you being in here. Yeah, let's do it. And but yeah, and then Rob was sick this week. Praying for him. He's better. He was on air with me this morning, and I believe just a couple of news and notes. I will be on Angry Conservative Show, Rumble only. It's his interview series on Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you have Rumble, and it may be Rumble Premium, anyway, I will be on the air with him doing an interview. Sunday night, Empty Pockets Podcast, he asked us to be a part of his show. I think we're going to try to work that out. I might be a little late. Tonight on Hump Day Views, I believe he's going to come up. So we'll have to check after the show and get everything situated. But James with the Empty Pockets Podcast, we'll be talking all things. And I'm hoping my sister and her husband will be on with us. I don't know. It's a long day. We'll see. I don't want to, make them do anything that they're just tired. They wore out. They've traveled. They've flown, but I would love to if it works out. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, news and notes out of the way. Talladega. Dean, great race.
It was a good race.
Was some trouble there.
Oh, yeah.
With a couple of drivers. There were a little bit of wrecks. It was not the person I was expecting to win.
Me either.
I'll be honest with you. In fact, but when we're going to look at a couple things here in just a second on standings. The cream is still rising to the top.
Yeah, it is.
The best is getting better. They might not have won, Dean, but they're finishing at the top.
Well, I can't say nothing because Austin Cedric won it. That's Joey's teammate. So.
Yeah, and Joey did not have the day that I thought he would have.
No, he didn't.
In fact, he was my pick to win the race and did not. So I'm going to pull up the PowerPoint and go through a few things, and then we'll get to Dean's notes here in just a few minutes. As we look at the finish, there's Cindric at the top. And look at number 2, though. We said Kyle Larson was he's in a zone right now.
Yes, he is.
I mean, he is killing it, and so is William Byron.
Yeah, them two right there. Better look out for them two.
they're those two Chevrolets, but it was a Ford that won.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Dean.
Well,
the Ford won. 2 Chevys behind that, then another Ford. Gregson, nice finish for Gregson.
it was a good finish.
And not to be outdone, Chase Elliott did finish 5th. We
Yes,
had
he
him in our top 3. And I'm trying to remember. I went Logano. I went Chase Elliott. I think my 3rd was oh my goodness.
Was it not Bubba?
No, it wasn't. I don't think this was Bubba. Did I pick Reddick? I think I picked
I
Reddick.
think you did.
I've got my notes here somewhere. It's been a hard week with Death and Family, and I've got that somewhere. I'll look it up on a break. But none of our picks won anyway.
Oh, no. It didn't.
We did horrible. Your pick, my picks, Robert's picks, James' pick, they're all bombed.
Well, Kyle Busch didn't win,
And
so.
Kyle Busch didn't win. No, he didn't. He did finish in the
Sorry,
very
Mom.
back of the pack, but
I shouldn't have said I'm in trouble now.
he did finish. So
He did finish, but
Hey.
for the pack.
that's between you and Mama. What Mama does, I don't know. Me and Rob are out on that, but we'll communicate with Mom. And that's up between you and your mom.
But I can't run it now, so.
Well, you wouldn't run from your mama anyway.
No.
All right, let's go through a few more of these. Carson Hocevar, 6th. Alex Bowman, 7th. There's Bubba,
Bubba's 8.
the first Toyota on the board. And he is running good. And I
He
said
is
he's
doing
running
better.
good. I just don't know if he's going to win a race this year.
I don't think he will.
And a shock of all shocks for me was Suarez coming in 9. I didn't
know.
expect that. Nice rebound for Austin Dillon, Michael McDowell, Stenhouse Jr. Again, these were some folks that I didn't expect near the top. Cole Custer, there's Reddick, still gets a top 15. Good for him. And Briscoe rounds out the top 15, the 2 Toyotas there. A little deeper in the pack here, we got Gibbs at 17. Hamlin had been running really well, winning races.
Yeah, he is.
drops outside the top 20, getting
Yeah.
21st.
Because he was in the wreck Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah, and we said they would be. It wasn't as many wrecks as I thought they would be, but we said they'd be a wreck, and it would hurt somebody. Todd Dillon 23rd, and then the Dinger sitting there at 24. So that's basically the top of the order there. So we can see it. Basically, it's like you threw all the names up in the air, except for Larson and Chase Elliott. Most of those drivers have not been finishing near the top, and Bubba has.
You're right.
The rest of them, kind of newcomers to the top of the order.
Yeah.
Recently. Standings. Here we got the stock up here. We've got 4 drivers that were stocking up here. Byron is still in first. And so he's leading by 31 points over Larson, who is number 2 with a bullet.
Yeah, he is.
I think Larson's going to be a champion.
Oh, yeah, I think he will be. Again.
I do, and nothing against Hamlin. He did have a bad finish. He's still at 3rd. He is 52 points behind.
But there's Chase. He's 5th.
Chase is in there with a bullet, number 4.
Chase is 4th.
He's 4th, but he's moving up with a bullet. He's
Yeah, he
72 behind. Christopher Bell still holding on to that 5th spot. Then 2 more stock ups, Reddick and Bubba. And both of those are really close. They're still inside 100 points behind, and then it starts dropping off from there. But we got 4 drivers that are on the move up right now. Hamlin still hanging on to a good spot, but he is, if anything, he's a stock down. He fell outside the top 20. But represented here, you do have, you still have the 3 Chevys, 4 Toyotas, and you have to go all the way down to 8 to get a Ford.
You're right.
And then 2 more Chevys round out the top 10. Just outside the top 10 is Joey Logano, who did not do good.
He didn't do good at all.
And he got in trouble.
Yeah, he did.
And it was him and another driver.
It was Ryan Priest.
Ryan Priest. So they had, was it Shims?
Yes, Shims for one, and I think Rockers for the other. I think it was.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
The big disqualified.
Yes.
That is not what we expected.
No.
We said bad boy, but we thought it was going to be bad boy on the track, not getting DQ'd. I mean, good.
That's what hurt Jordy
Right.
right there. Knocked him from, up in the standings down to 11th.
Yeah, and here he is. He's at 11th. I mean, he's 100 and he's tied with Chastain at 143 back. I don't know about him now.
I don't either.
They don't have it together like I thought they were. I thought they were moving that way. If you measure Joey Logano's team against any of those, Byron, Larson, even Hamlin, Elliott, and I'll throw Reddick and Bubba in there, it's not even close right now. Logano's just not getting it done.
It ain't.
Not a good look for him.
Where's Joey at? I can't find Joey nowhere in the.
I know.
I thought by this time in the race, he'd be showing up somewhere.
A little deeper in the standings, number 16. There's Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
He's 179 behind. The Dinger just ahead of him. And Cindric is 14th. He's 170 back. So he did stock up, obviously, with that big win.
Yeah.
But Josh Berry's still at 21. Hocevar at 20. Michael McDowell with a good finish, 19. And then you go back. And some of these drivers that finish strong, they're in the back. They're outside the top 20.
Yeah, they are.
Austin Dillon had a decent finish, 24th. Suarez, that real high finish, 25th. Gilliland, again, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is 17th, but that race broke up some stuff.
It did.
It's a little different. And then as we look at the schedule, we've got May 4th, Texas Motor Speedway.
That'd be good.
The Worth 400, presented by Liquid Moly. And that is a 400-miler.
Mile and a half track.
Mile and a half track. That's at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, Sunday, May the 4th. 2 days before my birthday, Dean. I like the Texas Speedway.
I do too.
That's a good race. In fact, I like the Kansas Speedway. It's not my favorite, but I do like that. And then we've got the All-Star again. We announced last week the All-Star Open, the All-Star Race, North Wilkesboro, and then you roll into Charlotte. And then
But North Wilkesboro is one of the old tracks in the circuit.
it is North Carolina, and that the All-Star race and the Open and everything is May 18th, 5:30 and 8 o'clock p.m. So some nighttime,
That's right.
some nighttime racing. I like that, and also the Coca-Cola 600 be under the lights. 6
Longest
p.m.
race of the year.
Yeah. So we got some exciting
We have.
racetracks. Then when you look into June, the first couple, you've got Nashville, which I'm good with that one.
I am too.
Cracker Barrel 400, and the Firekeepers Casino 400, the Michigan International Speedway, Brooklyn, Michigan, 400 miles. That is a late start as well.
Yeah,
All these are. Interesting. We're going into some, well, that was a little early, I'm sorry, but the Nashville is a late race. So interesting. And then that is it. So, all right, we're going to take a quick break, and we come back. It's going to be Dean's Notes, which is brought by tonight be Mammoth Nation. Mammoth Nation, become a monthly supporter. You'll get all the discounts. You go through their portal, to American companies, American first companies, which the companies are America and the products are made in America. We were talking about that this morning, and we really, really like that. So Mammoth Nation, they also do great commentary. Get on their email list and just don't take my word for it. Go look. Go check it out. You'll want to become a member of Mammoth Nation as well. And we have a QR code that you can use, which will also show support to us. So we would appreciate that. All right, Dean, let's do a Mammoth Nation commercial, and we'll be right back with the notes. Hey, Southern Fried fans and your Cornbread Nation. Well, yeah, that's right. We're going to advertise for Mammoth Nation. To all proud Americans, we call attention to these thoughts. Are you tired of woke corporations that don't align with your values? I know we are. Look no further than Mammoth Nation, the ultimate destination for patriots like you and me and Rob and everybody else, including old crazy Uncle Jeb, who believe in putting America first. Here at the Southern Fried Podcast, we're proud to partner with Mammoth Nation because they share our unwavering commitment to faith, family, and yes, freedom. Just like us, Mammoth Nation believes in the power of the American spirit and the importance of preserving our great nation's heritage. When you join Mammoth Nation, you're not just getting access to amazing discounts on products and services. You're becoming a part of a community that stands against the forces trying to tear our country apart. From supporting veterans and first responders to promoting Christian values, Mammoth Nation is the go-to platform for conservatives who want to make their voices heard. So what are you waiting for? Join the Mammoth Nation movement today and start enjoying exclusive deals from businesses that share your America First values. Together, we can make America great again, one purchase at a time. Don't miss out on this opportunity to support a company that truly cares about our nation's future. Sign up for Mammoth Nation now and experience the difference of a community that puts America first. Use that QR code on the screen, folks, and that will take you right to the website where we also will be helped in your support of these values. We are customers of this great American company. Rob is a monthly supporter, and I am a lifetime member of Mammoth Nation. We're so appreciative of companies like this. Please be a supporter, not just for us, but for America. These companies need our support. We're patriots. Stand together with patriots. Take care, and God bless. Amen. Absolutely. God bless. Let's blow us up just a little bit more there because we want Dean to be seen here for Dean's Notes. And knee surgery can't get him down.
That's right.
The razor sharp mind is still working.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're going to see what, and thank you for the like, Mom.
Thanks,
We
Mom.
appreciate that. And he can't run from you right now.
I
So.
can't run.
All right, Dean, what you got?
Okay, Talladega. First race was 1969.
All right, I didn't know that.
33 degree banking.
Yes.
As you know, they say it's a Talladega.
Alabama.
It is the widest, steepest track. 2.66 miles around the track.
And you've been there.
Yes, I've been there about 2 or 3 times.
Awesome. I saw a guy doing a climb up the banking, showing how steep that was. It was a little video. I saw it online. I don't remember, or somewhere.
And this cool to ride on the track. Ride on it is cool. We got to do it in the bus.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh yes,
Didn't know that.
like a charter bus.
Yeah. Cool.
In the Arca Menard series, Lawless Allen won the Arca Menard race.
Yeah, it was a big ARCA weekend.
Yes.
I remember you texted me that you were watching.
Yes. Jesse Love won Saturday, the first stage race. Austin Hill won the second stage. First two stages Saturday was caution free. RCR won the first two stages Saturday. Austin won the race Saturday. Austin Hill won the race. Under controversy with Jeff Burton.
I heard about that. I didn't get to see it, but I heard about it.
Jeff Burton came in second. JC Love third. And again, I got to repeat it. RCR came in victory lane. Just our guy came in fourth.
Been finishing nice.
Yeah, it was. Cup Series. Jank Links 500. Ryan Blaney, another DNL for the year.
Blaney.
Blaney, where you at?
Yeah.
Zane Smith won the Pope. Larson won his first Talladega stage.
I did read that. I did pick up on that. And that's amazing that he had never won a stage there. But he has now.
Yes. That's a big.
As great as he's been racing and has raced, I was shocked at that.
It was.
He's done it now.
Bubba Waters won the second stage.
Got to give Bubba credit.
Yeah.
I'm not a Bubba fan, but he's doing good.
Austin Cedric won the race.
Yes, he did.
That's my notes.
That's Dean's Notes, brought to you by Mammoth Nation. Miss Jen says Joy is missing a bolt on his spoiler. Some shenanigans going on for Joey. For Joey, what are you doing, Mr. Logano? What the heck? You're supposed to be. When we pick you, you got to win.
Yeah. Hello.
I mean, this is not right. I mean, we gave you our seal of approval, our vote of confidence, and then they turn around and not win.
But now, this part of the season, you would think that Joey would be showing up somewhere. He ain't showed up in the victory lane yet.
All right, next track, Dean. We're going to
Texas.
That's right, Texas. And this track is more of a.
It's a cookie cutter.
Yeah.
Mile and a half track.
Yeah. It's and with the way the Talladega broke everything up, I'm going to have a hard time really picking this. But the first for me, I'm not picking against him. I just think Kyle Larson is is at the top to stay. He can't win every week, but since he didn't get Talladega, I'm riding with him. I'm sorry, Chase, but I will have Chase number 2.
I got pick Chase 1 and Harvick 2.
Okay. I just don't. I think that Larson is on fire.
Yeah.
And I think he'll put that together.
Let me make a prediction of that. I said Harvick second. No, I'm down some. If I say Joey would come in second.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I ain't picking Joey.
I'm not going to early and say he'll come in second.
He burned me. I'm sorry. Joey's not going to win. He's not finishing the top 3. This is going to be Larson and Casey, and then I'm going to go Bubba.
I'm going to go Kyle Busch third.
Oh.
Yeah.
You trying to make up a mom there?
Well, I'm going to try to.
Okay, I see that. That's a heart pick right there. Well, that might be called a survival pick. So, making sure that mom is happy.
Yeah, Kyle Busch third. I got to go that way. It's locked in.
I get it, Dean, but I'm sorry, he's not coming in third. Yeah, I'll say this: Brad Keselowski has a better chance of finishing the top 15 than he has to win.
I disagree.
And he's not going to finish in the top 15.
I disagree with that.
So what do you say about that?
Brad just don't have it. Brad just don't. He don't have the fire yet.
No, he don't, and that's what I say. That he has a better chance of 15 than your boy has it coming in third. Because it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. He is hanging around. He is hanging around. I don't think that Kyle's going to win a race this year. I don't think Bubba's going to win a race.
I don't either.
But they will remain at the top. I do think Hamlin will win another race this year.
Yeah.
The right kind of tracks. He might even win a couple of times. But it's going to be really hard to knock the Byrons out, the Larson. Those guys are just having Bell. Those guys have got the machines, and they just got everything riding with them right now.
But I'm gonna say this: the week off that we had, that might take the fire out of some of them.
Well, maybe, I don't know, but and of course when we get to shorter tracks, that will adjust some a little bit, because you got some people that are basically short track. Well, let's say specialists. Some people are just not good at super speedways. I mean, they race them, they'll stay up there, they'll get in the mix, but they just don't know how to bring it home. Well, it's the same thing with short tracks. Some people, depending on the track, they don't race short tracks as good.
That's right.
You have your super speedway drivers, and some of those, they don't like short tracks. They want to get up there and just put that pedal down and never have to lift off. And of course, that brings in everything else. Some of them you're downshifting, using your brakes, tapping the brakes or whatever. And the pit, and always the pits has always been on your short tracks. Then some of the tracks have two different pits because of the size of the track, and then it becomes part. And it's always a part of your, how you qualified, how you're lined up in those pit stalls.
Well,
or if it gets rained out, then I think they go by points.
Well, I know that Bristol has got 2 pit lanes.
Yes.
Front and back.
So it's hard to win if you get the wrong one.
You're right.
Some of those are just brutal. It takes forever to get around there, and it's just really hard to win from those. So that's where some of these are going to, going to hurt some others. Now, I will say this: I think that Bubba has a really good. He has one of the better pit crews.
He does.
And he's racing good, but his pit crew deserves a lot of credit, because they're helping to keep him up there. They are. I mean, that crew is really good. They did a story on them, and they're really good. And vice versa to that, a couple of those guys up top, their crews have not been really quite getting it.
You're right.
Even Larson's crew has struggled just a little bit, and he's had to race his tail off to get back up there out of the pits, because sometimes he would come in first and leave out fifth or something like that. Bubba's actually increases his standing.
He does.
He came out in the lead. He's came out second because of that, and that's a big part of the racing too. So when we get into these different racetracks, there'll be a little bit of jumbling, but I just think between the talent, the engines they have, even the pit crew, even if it's not the best, it's one that they're really good. I just think you're going to see Larson and Byron and Bell, and maybe Reddick, man. Maybe these guys and of course Casey. These guys are all going to be battling for the championship.
But I'm going to say this, like I said, I'm going to repeat it. This week off we had, it's going to take the fire out of some of them. It's going to cool some of them down. You're going to see the Civic Premier Clock rising up again.
It could, and we'll have to see how that goes as they move into these next racetracks. It's getting hot too. That also, as they go west, young man, those western tracks, it gets even hotter, and then your stamina stuff comes into play.
That's right.
And I'm sorry, how old is Kyle Busch?
I want to say 43. I want to say
he's a big old boy.
He is.
He's a big old boy. He's going to be sweating a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Even with that cool shirt on, and if it goes out, he's burning up, because those things will scald you. But Larson has got this perfect size.
Oh yeah.
He's a wiry guy. He's strong. He's not too big. He's not so little that he can't manhandle the race car. And if you look at it, a couple of those other young guys, they have those, and they have the physique for it, the age, the physique, and it's just not as hard on them. You take a guy. Remember, what was the guy Ryan Newman?
Ryan Newman.
I
Yes.
always felt he was like one of the biggest race car drivers.
Yes.
How
yes.
tall was that guy? He was like 6'4" or something like that, and he was a big dude.
He
And
was big.
it just drained him at those racetracks because he was sweating so profusely due to his size.
Yeah, he
There's been
did.
a couple
He
of
did.
others like that. If you go way back, Terry Labonte was a pretty good sized guy.
He wasn't big.
And Dale Jarrett,
Yes.
another pretty good sized guy. And that does come into play when you
It
go into
does.
those hot months and you get those tracks when they're out west like that. The physical part comes into it.
You're right. You're right.
It doesn't matter what the sport is. Your stamina is just not as good as you age.
That's right.
I mean, we're in excellent. Our stamina is great here, right?
I feel mine is, except from my knee down.
For your knee down. I mean, we could do this whole show and we feel great. But
Oh
we're-
yes.
But we're not in a NASCAR.
No.
So it'll be fun to watch what happens as they go forward. Did you see any paint schemes this week
Yes, I did.
that you thought stood out?
I can't name one, but I liked all I saw.
Some of them look better under certain at certain tracks.
Yes. Yes.
Just the way the lights are and the way the track is laid out. Some of those cars they just really look better under certain things. And when you get to Charlotte and they're under the lights,
Yes.
that's cool too. And some of those really colorful. And I don't remember who drives the car. What's the one for the website? I don't remember what it was. It's like a green color. I like that car. I like that color. I'm not a fan of the driver, but I am a fan of that paint.
I can't name what you're talking about. I
Oh,
can't think of it. Right off the
I
top
know,
of
and
my
I should have wrote it down. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, which is dangerous for a guy
head. Mine too.
that'll be 60 in 6 days. So yeah.
I'll be 45 in 2 weeks. So
All right.
no correction. 44.
Okay. Well, don't age yourself too much.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Any other things that stood out to you from the race? Any of them over the weekend? Or was it
Yeah,
something
there's
that-
no big incident race. No big wrecks.
no big wrecks, which we thought there would be at least 3.
Yes, I did. I counted 3 of them.
No fights.
No.
A couple of shenanigans. 'Cause
Yes.
Got some disqualification.
Yes.
So there was some of that. There
Thank
was a slot rub. It was 5 cars or so
Yes.
that did change up a few things, but mostly a very clean race. Any tire issues this week?
I didn't think there was any.
I didn't hear of any. I think the tire situation,
There's some engines that have blown.
yeah. Yeah, they push them to the max. I mean,
Yes.
they're really pushing them. And thankfully, nothing like what happened a couple of weeks ago when that tire got loose and rolled down there, and that other crew member just got out of the way when it hit the
Yes.
car. That's the kind of thing that honestly could kill you.
But did you see that where that pit crew member got hit by that car?
I did see that. So I mean,
That was a scary situation.
there's a lot of activity going on. They do practice, but on race day, things happen.
That's right.
No matter how much you practice, a lug nut doesn't get right, tire comes off, somebody runs past their spot and they're trying to back up into it, or they're trying to spin out and get around
Yes.
somebody. That's where your bumping and grinding comes in too, and tempers get flared.
Oh yes.
But I gotta say, and I've said it each week, I believe that after a long time, I think the racing consistently right now is better than it has been in a long time.
Yes. Look at the stakes in the tracks. They're getting 4 now again.
The people are coming back. Did you hear the attendance? I didn't.
I didn't hear the team.
It looked to be a pretty good crowd.
It was a big crowd.
This Talladega, it holds a lot of people, but people are slowly coming back, and new fans.
Yes.
New fans are coming along, and there's some diversification that's
Yeah,
going
they are.
on. Again, I know we're Southern and we like the Southern tracks, and we like a lot of the drivers that's from the South. But you got the Cali boys, you got the Yankee drivers from up north.
Right. Right.
You've got international drivers
Yes.
coming from Australia, Mexico, other people that are coming in. And, they've introduced again female race car drivers
Yes.
that are getting in. So there's somebody that, and African American, which is bringing in new fans
That's
and
right.
new car ownership,
Yes.
which is helping that to drive a lot.
Yes.
The image of NASCAR is, you've got a possibility to tap in to a market that has been almost non-existent.
That's right.
And can you imagine a day when those teams, if they ever get clicking and really do, win a few, if Bubba, and he has an opportunity to do it, he has a pretty big following.
He does.
And there are people that root for him that has never watched NASCAR before.
You're right.
And if he could somehow stay in the championship hunt, which I think he will, for the year with no controversy, because that's been his problem.
That's right.
His controversy, things he said about his team and others. He seems to have matured. He seems to be finally getting it. This is the year where he can really, I think, pull a lot more fans to the sport.
Yes.
And the more that happens, the more it'll be, they will do stories about it.
Oh, he
Because
will.
NASCAR desperately wants to tap into those other markets.
Yeah.
And, going, as we say, to tracks outside the United States.
Right. Mexico is in June.
So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. But exposing the sport to those, I mean, if the people ain't going to come that's your base, is like they did, you've got to figure out something to do
You're
to
right.
market your product
You're right.
to get the people to come out. And the challenge has been, and hopefully the economy will straighten out. Things are somewhat getting better. We still got tariff issues. But
That's right.
as things get better, I think more advertisers will step forward to sponsor cars.
They should.
Because these are some young, exciting drivers, barring a couple of veterans who are racing well outside of Black Keselowski.
Right.
But you may see some that will come back and sponsor tracks or sponsor the drivers themselves
Yes.
that have not been in there in a while. It'd be good to see because NASCAR lost some long-term sponsorship.
Yes, I have.
And they weren't able to fully recoup some of that.
Well, next week is Napa Auto Parts 100th anniversary. I can't talk today.
Oh, you're fine. So that's a big deal.
Yes.
And it should be interesting.
That'll be a gold color of Chase's car.
Miss Jim says that Chase Elliott will have a gold car for Napa's 100th anniversary. So he will have a gold car.
Yes.
Oh, he's jinxed now.
No. Gold is the highest they are.
Let me back up my pick here. I'm just kidding. I'll stay with it. It's hard, though. I got to be honest. It's hard not to put Byron right there. It's hard. But
I ain't gonna put Byron in. I gotta stay with my pick.
I'm staying with mine, but it's really hard. That top five is hard to pick right now. But I do think that Reddick is starting to come on. We saw the stock up for those drivers, Larson, Chase, and others that are doing very well. And a couple of them are slipped a little bit. I just need Josh Berry to get back going.
You're right.
He's not doing terrible. He does have a win, but he's in the middle of the pack.
He is.
He's got to break free.
At 23-11, I said Reddick will come in again.
Okay. I like that. He's a good driver.
Well, he is a good.
And I think with that Penske power plant, I think that gives them the horsepower that they need to do what they need to do. And he just needs to drive the wheels off the car. And then it falls to, pit crew. The problem is when you don't have a team, we don't have multiple cars. They do partner somewhat with others. I mean, some teams do that. They will partner up with, because, you need a partner in those.
Yes.
Well, especially when you're on the super speedways, you have to have a drafting partner.
You're right. Oh, yes.
And if you can't be a lone ranger. You got to have somebody.
That's right.
I mean, on the last lap or two, everybody's you're on your own.
Yes.
But for the bulk of the race, you got to have
A dancing partner.
a dancing partner. And you can't get to the front without two or three partners.
That's right.
And y'all hook up and go, and not worry about who's passing who. Maybe if it's a team, they might let a guy get some extra points, but that don't happen as much as you think it does. And those guys get, just fight all day to get to the top, stay there, find the line that works,
That's right.
and be there for the last laps, and hopefully stay out of the race. It's funny. Sometimes a driver will get shuffled to the back,
Oh, yes.
and you think, oh, it's horrible. And then a big wreck happens and they miss it. And it would have happened right where they were at. And then they pick up all those spots and it
You're
sort
right.
of gets them back kind of going.
I was,
Or they're out front and it all happens
I
behind.
was surprised that beginning of the race, like it got started, it was 4 wide. all the way back.
I know. Who caused the race, the wreck on the race on Sunday? I don't remember.
I want to say one of it was Brad.
I think you're right. I mean, I watched it
I did too.
and rewatched it, but I don't remember as I sit here. My brain is a little bit frazzled today, folks. It's just I've had a lot of stuff on my mind with my family, but it's good. Some things I didn't get a chance to make a note of. And of course, I've got Mr. Encyclopedia right here for racing, so
Thank you.
so I don't need to write down too much. I've got him.
If I don't know it, I'll look it up.
All right, is Mom going to make a pick for Texas?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
T for Texas, Mom.
Come on, Mom, do
Who
something.
you got? Who you got? I mean, he's trying to support you, and he put Kyle third. I can't believe it. I about fell out of the chair when I heard that. I really did. So we'll see. Miss Jen, you got a pick for Texas?
Rob, do you have a pick?
And anybody else that's out there, if you'd like to make your top three for the Texas Motor Speedway,
Ken, do you have
put
a
them
pick?
in.
I'm
And,
waiting.
and then you can come back and tell us how you did.
Right.
So we'll see. I kind of think that Miss Jen is she's riding with Chase. I kind of feel like that.
I got to stay with Chase.
I don't think she's riding with Kyle. She don't like Kyle. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. James is working. He's not able to give us his picks, but we'll get his
Right.
Friday night. So we'll catch up with him when we do the sports show on Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll get these wrote down, and we'll tape them up here so I won't lose them. They're in my book. I don't have to lost them, but I was aggravated because I didn't win anything. My guys did horrible, mostly, and so I've overthought this thing a little bit.
I got one. James says Joey Logano means to Texas.
Oh,
There he is. Uh-oh.
and then Mom says, "Okay, Kyle, is that a surprise?" Oh, James is off work today or tomorrow. I'm off work today and work tomorrow. I'm sorry. I thought you were working today.
I did too.
Maybe that's something to do. So, but we will see him soon on the sports show. So, Joey Logano, James. Wow,
Oh, that's a shocker.
that's two of you. I mean, y'all are hanging with him. I wrote him off my list for this week. He's top 10. He's not top 5.
No, he'll be second Sunday.
He's not doing it.
I got to stay with
Oh, you
him.
took some vacation. I see, James. That's why it threw me off. I'm like,
Me
I
too.
thought I had your schedule in my brain. You should have got over here, man. I've got the extra headset now.
Come on.
But
Ken says Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson, there you go. That's a good pick.
That's a good pick.
That is a solid pick. And Kyle,
That's
yes.
a good pick, but I'm not going to go with that direction. He be in the top 5.
So we got them coming in now with their picks. Y'all be sure to write those down. And we'll try to write as many of them down. We'll get off the air and hopefully have order. But don't lose your picks.
No.
You can remind us.
That's right.
Once you jog our memory, we'll remember what you said. There's no way we're going to forget that Bush was picked and Kyle Larson and Joy. I'm not forgetting that.
And Chase.
And Chase. Not forgetting that. So I think the Chase, the Larson picks. I'm moving Reddick ahead. I'm moving Reddick ahead of him. I just think he's due. He's been
Reddick will be in the top 10.
bouncing around.
He'll be in the top
He
10.
will.
Yeah, Sunday he'll be top 10.
He'll be ahead of Kyle
No, he'll be behind Kyle.
unless Kyle knocks him out of the way.
That's possible.
Oh, they took a field trip with the family. Okay, yeah, family day. Good for you. Always take care of family. Absolutely. Here he goes. Joy, Bell, Larson, top 3.
Oh,
That's not bad.
I not got bad pick at all.
But you're riding with Joy. I mean, come on. You should have went Larson, Bell, Joy. It's your picks, man. It's your pick. And then we've got the Kyle,
Yeah,
and then Mom. James just throwing the gauntlet down there. Joy Logano, West
Yeah.
Texas. I mean, come on.
but good picks. I'm not gonna argue with
No,
those
it's
picks.
a good pick. It's a good pick. Hey, and he's he's a champion. I mean,
Yeah,
but it's like he's got the off-season, the off-year jinx or something.
He
going on.
does. He does.
They just can't seem to quite get it together.
No, he don't.
I mean, what's going on with Logano?
I don't know. He got me scared.
What I want to know is, was this, and I don't know, was this a on purpose mistake? They got busted because to get disqualified, they think it was that you've done it on purpose, or did they really just mess up? Oh, okay. James says, I think his team will be fired up for what happened last week. Well, yeah, but were they trying to get a competitive advantage on something?
It might have been. I wouldn't put it past him.
So a missing bolt in the spoiler, which would allow that spoiler to
Come down a
go
little bit.
down, which would allow you to go faster.
Right.
But man, you got to know you're going to get caught doing that.
You would think so.
Uh-oh. She's got a bunch here. Well, I'll always be for Kyle. Well, let's put Kyle and Joy together against each other.
Oh.
That would make a good race, especially if Joy wrecked.
Oh. Oh. Mom, what are you doing?
She put some thought into that.
Yes, she did. Good thought, Mom. I need 2 thumbs up for that.
I got a double salute. That was
Yeah.
cool.
Ah.
James says, I missed most of the show. Has a person ever been disqualified from a win or a championship?
Yes, from a win, yes.
Yeah, I think a
Championship?
win. I don't think championship.
No, I don't either.
But definitely from a win. I don't think championship.
Let me put that down my homework for next week.
We will look that up. I think you're right.
I'll put that in my notepad.
I do think you're right. But yeah. So, was it on purpose? What do you think?
I think it was.
It was a pretty hard slap.
It was a hard slap.
They believe it was. Now I know NASCAR could be wrong, but they're saying, I mean, even if you say it was a mistake, you can't have parts missing.
But how can you?
But
But
to
how
get,
can
they usually would dock points or something, not disqualify.
But how can a pit crew not find it whenever you put the car together?
Was that a post-race inspection?
Yes.
So they okay. 'Cause, I mean, obviously they did. It was, well, here's the thing: they do a pre-race inspection.
Yes. And it was complete. It was complete. I guess pre-race, but post-race, I don't know what happened. Did they miss it on purpose?
That's interesting.
Did it fall out on the track?
They don't check every car post-race.
No, they don't.
They check the winners, the top
The
car,
top
and
three.
after that, they select different cars.
Yeah, they check the first, second, third. They might randomly pick 2 more somewhere in the.
Because if you checked them all, you'd be there all night.
Yes.
So either somebody, it's just weird that he got selected. Where was he at when he was selected? Where did he?
I wanted to say he was second.
So he got bumped out because. So that's why he got picked.
Yes.
I was thinking he was way up there.
And then Ryan Priest got selected also. Ryan
And he
Priest was
did.
third.
And you're right, James. Well, and the reason is because of the competitive advantage. If you can make that spoiler do some stuff,
Right.
just a little bit,
Oh, yes.
you are flying through the wind a whole lot better than some of your competitors.
You're
And
right.
also it puts, it helps on downforce and different things. But yeah, I just think that, wow, you had to know that was going to be picked. I mean, once you finish, you can't do nothing to the car.
No, you can't. No.
And I just can't believe that they would realize that they would find that. I mean, that's just amazing to me. Case says, yes,
Oh.
remember that Carl Edwards should have won that. Oh,
Yeah, I remember that. Yes. I remember that race.
okay, we stand corrected. Not Tony Stewart.
But that wasn't a DQ either. That was just a bad call for NASCAR.
Was they just missed something? I'm trying to remember.
I think that was wanting Tony to win it anyway.
Okay. Now, one last thing while we still have time. This finish was very close.
Yes, it was.
And when they first got, when they first finished, they were even the announcer was a little bit not sure.
You're right.
They were looking at it like trying to figure out Uh, she does pay attention.
Ah,
She's-
yes, she
she's-
does.
She's checking us for the dotted I's and the crossed
That's
T's
right.
and
She should. She
making
should.
sure that Dean doesn't say something he shouldn't, and
That's right.
especially about her driver. So she is locked in.
Yes, she
I mean,
is.
laser locked in, and
Yes,
so
she is.
we do have to watch and make sure that we're not messing up.
That's
here.
right.
I appreciate that. It
I
keeps
do
us
too.
honest. So what was I saying? I never forgot what I
Well,
said.
they take all of the cars that they inspect back to the R&D center in Daytona, and they'll be checking them again.
Yes. Well, they got to break down the engine and stuff,
Yes.
and they're looking at some, different things. And it's really, most of the time, I would say on those kinds of things, it's super speedways.
Right.
You're not building up that kind of speed. Not that it couldn't have a little bit of effect on short tracks, but they're looking to do some other things. There's still
Oh, yes.
there's still some cheating that they would like to do if they could get away with it.
Right.
There's been those teams that's tried to have extra fuel cell. That's dangerous. Lot apart up
Right.
that, which makes it unsafe. So they're checking thickness. They're checking, how tight things are, and those measurements are, down to the micro.
They are.
It ain't like you just throw a tape measure. And
No.
go, oh yeah, it looks good. No, they got that thing
That's
down
right.
to an exact science.
Yes.
And a lot of times they get an ex driver to do it, which really makes some of the drivers mad.
Right.
That those guys who used to drive are now the ones issuing penalties and disqualifications, and making them go to the back of the line
That's right.
because they got to fix something or change an engine or whatever it is, because they've caught them in something. So there's a lot of that goes on, and they really enjoy what they do.
Yes, they do.
NASCAR officials are some of the toughest.
Well, you do
In
know
these
Kyle
sports.
Larson is going to run the Indy again this year.
Yes. So,
And he practiced Saturday and wrecked out.
okay. Well, he's not going to win Indy, but I say he is going to smoke that day, smoke Charlotte.
I think he will.
I just got a feeling. I really do. That's a good track for him. One of our listeners in the podcast now, Broski Bear, is from up around the suburbs of Charlotte. He's a Yankee transplant, loves being in the South, and so I hope that he'll start joining the show. He's got information from there. Since I have to live with NASCAR 24/7, 365 a year, sometimes it just enters your brain.
Hey, Mom. That's right. That's right.
Some of it rubs off. That's right.
Yes. I'm proud of her for knowing that.
This Mr. Computer over here is reciting stuff over and over again. Wait a minute. I remember that.
Yeah.
I'm picking up stuff. I used to be really heavy. I got away from NASCAR some, and I was wanting to get back into the sport. So I'm still picking up speed a little bit. So Dean is keeping me honest. So
Yes.
we want to be honest. We want to do things.
If I don't know something, I'll look it up.
Oh, we're going to have to, again, and we haven't, me and Dean will work on this. We're going to design the Southern Fried Racing shirt that will have different things on the back that you normally see. We'll get some special logos and stuff to put on it. Me and him will get together about that soon and get it up at the store.
Oh, that's a question for James.
All right. Would you let your driver drive other circuits if you were an owner? Dean has an interesting opinion on that.
I want to say yes. Would you let your driver drive other circuits?
Probably yes. The answer would be that one is more racing just makes you better. You're just staying in tune. It's exposure for sponsors and stuff to do that. 3, it's something the driver really wants to do.
But you could get hurt driving other circuit
You
and be
could.
out of the sport.
But what I want to say is there's some of them I wouldn't let them do. One of them is I'm not letting them get on the go-karts or go 120 on a go-kart. I'm probably not doing that. But a little bit of the other racing, yeah, that's cool. Some owners are probably cringe at that, but it's not so much like some other sports. It'd have to be really bad to knock them out of the car. There's
Well,
a chance.
if you get hurt driving another circuit, you look at the sponsor. The sponsor could be looking at you.
That's true. That's true.
And the fans can be looking at you too.
I just think that with the safety they have nowadays, it's going to have to be one bad wreck to really mess them up that bad. As long, I mean, those cars take a beating,
Yes.
flipping and everything else, and they're sore now, they're bruised up. But with all of the things that they have, it really does protect them.
Right.
And, unless they're in something that's of less quality, that could happen too, dirt tracking and all that.
Right. Right.
But it's a valid question. But you run the risk of losing your driver.
That's right. That's right.
If you don't let them do that, when contract time comes, they could jump ship.
Right.
Because
Right.
another owner could say that has equal, if all things were equal, and they're all that good, they could recruit them over and say,
Right.
"Hey, I'll let you do those stuff, and I'll even pay you a little more money."
Hendricks does it. Joe Gibbs does it.
Yeah,
But then you've got RCR that says no. No. RCR says yes. Penske says no.
Penske says no. Interesting. I see the argument both ways.
I can too.
Again, I think for some of it, they kind of let them do it anyway because they're racing in the sub. Some of them have raced trucks, they've raced ARCA, they've
Yes.
raced Xfinity. But you do have some. Tony Stewart always went to the dirt track.
Oh yes.
He's always dirt tracking, and they do different types of dirt track driving with different types of vehicles. So
Well, look at Kyle Larson. He's that way too.
He's
Kyle
that-
Larson runs all races.
he does that as well. So
And Bale does too.
I think it's a good question. James always bringing the thoughtfulness.
Yes.
We appreciate you, Jamie Mitchell. Remember, Casey Kane, he broke his leg, was out almost all year, I think, long and hard. Well, and that's to be said. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the same could be said. Why do you let them go race Indy and then fly down? And
That's right.
why do you do that? Why? I mean, if they win, what if they won both? That's the thing.
Oh man.
The press. I mean, you're talking about legend status. Like nobody's really ever done that, have they? So, wow, what it would mean for your race team and that driver if they were able to pull that off.
Look at the media surprise. Now that would really
Wow.
blow the media up.
Well, and what's going to happen is if they win Indy, which is the harder one to me,
Yes.
because it's just so different. Then you're going to there. The press is going, wow. So now they've set the tone. They've got this one done. They're all going to be at Charlotte,
Right.
seeing if they can pull this off. That's interesting. One last question before we go. Have you ever watched the 24 Hours of Daytona?
I've got watched the whole thing, no. Off and on I have.
Yeah, I've done it off and on. That's the one where they go kind of through the infield.
Yes.
It's like a figure eight or something or whatever.
Yes.
I think that's interesting. The 24 Hours of NASCAR or at Daytona. So, great. Appreciate all of the comments. You folks are awesome. Dean, you're awesome. Thanks for being here. Good to have Ken
Thank you.
in the house. He didn't want to be on the camera, but he's here.
Yeah, thank you, Ken.
We're glad to have it.
Yeah.
We have gallery. I like that. James
Yeah.
popped in. We appreciate him popping in.
Right.
And
Thank you, Mom, for what you've done.
salute to Mom. Salute to Miss Jen. Everybody.
Thank you, James, for your comments.
Yeah, everybody's bringing something. We appreciate all of you. If you're just watching, we appreciate you doing that.
Bring all comments to the table. We're welcome to have them.
That's right. Yeah, correct us, fact
That's
check
right.
us,
That's right.
which we happen tonight. We got fact check.
Hey, do it.
You got fact checked by Mom.
Yeah.
I think twice.
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
So we'll see you next week.
I'm not perfect, you know.
Oh, really?
I do make mistakes.
We do sometimes make mistakes.
That's
we
right.
do. We'll see you next time. The knee will be better.
Yes.
Hopefully our picks will get better. The racing can't get much better because it's already so great. Our audiences get better. It's
Yes.
growing every week, and we appreciate that. And so we got a lot of good things going on. We'll just lastly say God bless you. God bless America. Everybody have a great evening. And thank you for your support of the Southern Fried Podcast and the Cornbread Nation. We'll see you next time. Salute. Fist bump. Yeah. All right. We're out.
Odds lab, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Fried racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. souls, tearing through the endless cold. Twisted metal, thunder growls, screams of tires, dirt that scowls. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Modes of fury racing fast. Southern Pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Every laugh a rebel's dream. Gasoline, hearts and the scream. Dave and Dean crown the track. Each corner fight, ain't turning back. Crank it loud, boys, let it blast. Roads of fury racing fast. Southern Pride racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Pride, race and breed. Southern Pride, racing hours here. Fuel the fire, shift the gear. Nights alive, wheels embrace, burn the streets, set the pace. Hours, speed's the creed. Southern Pride, race and breed.